What's going on, everybody? So creating an estimate or quotation is one of the most crucial parts of your field service operation, and FieldCamp supports that functionality as well. But how do you use it? So what you'll do is you log into your FieldCamp account, and in the sidebar you will see something called as Grow. As mentioned, Grow has two tabs. One is the estimate tab and one is an invoice tab. So both of them are ultimately helping you grow financially. That's why we have termed it Grow. And then inside the estimates module, you will see a table view of all your estimates that you have created till today. What is the status of it, if it's approved, if it's pending, etc. And then there are two statuses. One is a delivery status. So in case you send it to a client via email, this status automatically changes to sent, for example. And document status is just like pending or approved. Ideally, the one you will rely it most on is the document status, because then you know how much of your pipeline is ultimately converted. And then there are three more options. One is a Kanban view, which is mainly the document statuses organized in a Kanban. So pending, approved, rejected. And then there is the analytics view. Analytics view is mainly all the data that FieldCamp has on your estimates presented in a graphical format. So which is estimate status distribution. Or for example, how many estimates are sent versus converted, those kind of things. Now, how do you create an estimate? What you will do is you'll just press a create new estimate button. By the way, there is this shortcut that not many people know about. Or if you are on Mac, you will press Command K. Or if you are on a Windows, you press Control K. What this will do is it will mainly open this pop-up, which is a universal search. Basically, what a universal search means is you can search anything on your data. Like for example, if you search for a client, it will show you all the estimates that it has been generated for that client with the client profile. Or what you can do is there are quick actions available. So you can say I want to create an estimate, and then it will directly open the create estimate button. So you don't need to navigate to grow, create new estimate, etc. It's a long process. Now what you will do is once you are on the estimate creation screen, you will select the client, of course, that you want to create it for. If you want to tie it to a lead request, for example, that the request module is mainly that if a customer requests your services and then you are preparing an estimate for them, then you can tie it to that customer request. Request module is manageable from the workspace on the left part of the sidebar. Then what template you want to choose from. Now FieldCamp has 100% document template customization. So by default we give you one template, but if you want to customize how it looks or like make it printable, etc., you can do that from settings, and we have another video that shows you specifically how you can customize this template. But ideally, if you have a template, you will just choose the template from here. What address of the client that you want to follow. Then you can add multiple line items and also group them by sections. So mainly something like materials, labor, etc. And then you can choose the line item, for example, and this can just be, for example, the painting package, or you can choose it from the price book if that's what you prefer. I'll just say painting service, add one item, and over here as well I'll just add, for example, GCV, for example. Then there is contract management and terms and conditions as well. Contract management is just like if you are agreeing to this estimate, you will pay 10% deposit upfront, or however you want to structure the contract, you can do that. I'll just show you how from the settings you can create a template, but you will just select the contract from here. If there is a contract, you can create it from right here as well. Or you can just collect the signature. Signatures and contracts are not like if you need a contract to collect the signature, both of them can operate independently. Terms and conditions is just like you can make a template for your payment terms and conditions, or for example, deposit terms and conditions, etc. And you can choose a template from here as well. Any attachments from like measurements that you did at their property, any pictures, files, etc. You can upload it right here. And then any notes you want for them, or there is private notes as well in case you want to write any private notes. How do you add a deposit? So the deposit is from the right side where there is a price summary, and over here what you will do is add a deposit. There are two options available. One is a percentage deposit, like 20% of the total amount, or you can say fixed, like dollar amount. I'll just set 20% for right here now. I'll just press save, and once it is saved, the estimate will be prepared. Of course, this is a basic template that FieldCamp gives, and you can customize it however that you want. If you as the owner wants to sign this estimate of the salesperson, you will click on more actions, and then you will just say draw out my signature, and the signature would be attached to the estimate. You can manually change the status of it if you want. You can send it out from right here to the customer. The email address will be automatically pulled from the CRM. You can edit it again if you want to. Or there are many other actions like creating a task, collecting deposit, generating invoice, convert to and job, etc. You can do all these activities. What I'll do is I'll just spend 2 minutes explaining, for example, how can you add the contract template. So you will go into settings from your profile, and over here you will add a contract, and you can set it as default for an invoice or estimate. You just type out whatever you want. You can use ChatGPT for this, of course, if you want help in writing it out. And there is terms and conditions template as well. So over here you can, similar to contract, it's the same text box, but over here you can add a terms and conditions, for example, payment terms and condition template as well. So next time you create an invoice or estimate, you can just choose these two. But basically, this is a quick overview of how you can create an estimate inside FieldCamp. There are of course multiple things for multiple ways. For example, and if you have a request, then you can create an estimate from, like, you can convert a request to an estimate. It's very open. You can convert a job to estimate if you want to, and you can convert an estimate to an invoice as well. So there are multiple dependencies or ways of doing things inside FieldCamp. What I showed you was the quickest way and what most customers use.